tornado watch in the state for today's alert day. Our team out tracking these conditions for you all afternoon.
Yeah, let's bring back our chief meteorologist, Damon. What is the latest right now?
So the latest right now at 5:18 is that we have severe thunderstorms northwest of Oklahoma City. And these are moving up into northern Oklahoma. These are warned for strong winds. There are some pockets of hail in them, but right now these have been big wind producers that are running from Watonga all the way up towards Enid here, tracking that particular cell that is going to be southwest of Parvin here, moving into Parvin as we speak, Bison, Wacomas, and then coming into Enid at 5:55. That's going to be for about $0.5 size hail with that storm right there. Additional storms continue to go all the way down to the southwest here where we have Nick Smith right now. He is going to be in between Watonga and Kingfisher. Let's check in with Nick right now. Nick, severe thunderstorm warning. Watching your cell real closely here. What do you see, Nick?
Yeah, so Damon, right now I'm on Highway 3, 4 miles southwest of Omega, just to kind of give you a perspective. This storm, we just drove through really the heart of this storm. Lots of rain, lightning. There was a little bit of hail, but we, like, just to our south when we were coming through, we narrowly missed that. But Damon, we are seeing a little area that we just drove underneath it. There was a little area that was it was a pretty rapidly rotating little funnel that was up. I mean, it was way up in it, but there is some rotation with this storm. So definitely want to make sure you guys know that. And we're just going to try to get a little out in front of it and get a better view of it. But there is some hefty winds in there, probably blowing 50+ miles an hour. Back to you.
Yeah, we can definitely see that spin there with this storm. It's kind of just ramped up just in the last couple of moments here on the radar. And again, this picture coming in from Nick Smith. And so that is going to be that shear that you see right there between Watonga and west of Omega as it's moving real fast up to northeast, about 45 miles per hour. Let me go over to Jonathan. Jonathan, I know we haven't had any tornado warnings yet today, but we are watching it closely over the next couple of hours here. Jonathan, what stands out to you right now on the radar?
Yeah, listen, these storms have been pulsing. They go up. There's indication, they have some hail, they have a little rotation, then they collapse on themselves. So there's something missing there, and I think what's missing right now is the jet stream winds. Those are going to kick in a little bit later. There's two jet stream levels that we want to look at. The upper level, which drives the storms, that low level jet stream, which is like 3,000 to 5,000 feet above the ground. That's what really drives the rotation. And that low level jet typically kicks in near and after sunset. So we've been watching these storms struggle, which is great. Yes, they've had a hail and a wind threat, but that tornado risk has been limited. My concern next couple of hours that these storms, as they pull away from the dry line and the low level jet kicks in, that will transition to that tornado risk that we were talking about. I had that on, I did the tornado index yesterday morning. I was updating it this morning on KOCO 5 News in the Morning Show, and we saw that enhanced area for strong tornadoes kind of dip down to OKC, and that's what I'm worried about. Not an imminent threat now, a couple hours, different story.
Absolutely. Let's go up in towards Garfield County right now where we have Sky 5 right now. Brand new severe thunderstorm warning will be coming out, by the way, in just a bit here for up in northern Oklahoma. That will likely include Ponca City. There it is right there. Let's go full with Sky 5 if we can. Just watching the storm that's running across Garfield County and going up into Kay County, because just look at the dynamics that we have right now. I mean, look at how dark these clouds are. You know, given the fires that we have had for the last couple of days, we need this moisture, and we're just getting things started. There's a lot more rain on the way here. Let's go back over to the radar, and real quick, I want to show you southwestern Oklahoma, because if you're watching in the OKC metro right now, these little cells that we see going up, here's OKC on the right-hand side of your television screen. These are going to be the storms that we're going to watch that will likely slide into the metro. I'll show you what I mean. So here's our tornado watch that we have until 9 o'clock. We're likely going to see an additional tornado watch issued a little bit later tonight, but let me show you the latest right now with this watch. It does include all the metro. Southern and eastern Oklahoma will see a watch, and this is why. Because enhanced risk comes all the way down to Norman Blanchard, and also this is where the threat for strong tornadoes will set up as well. We bumped up our tornado index now to a 6. That's a moderate chance. Surrounding that, it's a 4, elevated chance here. So we all have a threat for tornadoes coming in this evening, especially right around sunset. These low-level winds will really pick up, and that will enhance these storms. Golf ball size hail and winds of 70 miles per hour. So basically, here we are right now watching these storms. Notice how they move up towards Ponca City by 6 and 7. And then watch these cells down to the southwest. These are going to be the ones that will likely move into the metro. So anything you're doing this evening, you're okay until about 8 o'clock across OKC. And then if we have any tornado warnings for the metro, it would be between about 8, 9, and 10 o'clock with these storms right here. Heavy rain will continue, and then storms won't wrap up for OKC until midnight, but they'll still be ongoing for Seminole, Holdenville, Pauls Valley, and then moving into eastern Oklahoma, moving out of Holdenville before sunrise. And you're up to date with the latest First Alert forecast.